Hi, my name is Trifiro. I'm originally from Queens, New York. I've moved here about 6 years ago from Queens, where I was pretty much a community activist. And when we had twins, and we wanted to move to a place where there was a big sense of community and good schools. So we searched near and far because we weren't that familiar with New Jersey. And we came up to Scotch Plains and we fell in love with it. Well, I think the most important thing, and it's something that I try to emphasize, is the quality of life in Scotch Plains. Because taxes you'll always have with you. But quality of life is really what you want to get out of the area you live in. Most people have one home, and this is what they call their home. And when you call it your home, you want to call it part of your community. You want to be there for other people, and you want other people to be there for you. So what I like to do, or what we're trying to emphasize, is part of communication. If your streets are broken, if there's a problem with your neighbors, if there's a new development coming up, we want to know if that concerns you. We want it to be a two-way street. Just the other day, me and the mayor and the town manager met together with representatives of Come Grow With Us New Jersey, which is a county and private organization group, nonprofit, to rebuild part of the Cherry Lou Zoo. Make it a community garden. Make it where there's a real sense of being in this town, where we can all get together and share. Cub Scouts, seniors, the guy growing tomatoes in his backyard, the woman with parsley on her windowsill. This is what we want, and this is what we're looking for. And I had discussions a year or two ago with the county and the open space commissioner about the Ponderosa farm. Now, I wasn't instrumental in getting it here, but I was able to discuss with them and with our recreation head, Ray Porio. We were able to look at a number of ways to get the funding down where we wouldn't be put too much into it and have the town kind of build it up. Availability of funds, go straight to our departments, such as the DPW. Myself, I'm chair of the Environmental Commission, looking for grants. We're currently in the process of getting a grant from the county to do energy auditing on our municipal buildings. That's one way to actually cut down our costs. The DPW was recipient of a grant, I think a year or two ago, to cut their electricity costs. The Recreation Department, like I said, aforementioned, applied for grants itself to cut down the costs it would have to do to implement the Ponderosa, or the new soccer fields that we'll be doing there. So it's not only shared services, which you hear a lot, but it's taking the initiative. That's what we're looking for, to be proactive in getting grants, to be proactive in seeing if there's a duplication of services, and trying to cut it down and trying to be out there. We took a look at the shared services report, and it's quite a few pages. And there was money to be saved there for sure. Some of it doesn't kick in for a number of years, but it's a start. When we're talking about $1.7 million, even if it comes in gradually and it's down the road, we're talking about a lot of money. As that report pointed out, there are departments that can combine. There's ways of saving money without laying people off, because this town's about quality of life. We don't want to see anybody out on the unemployment lines because of it. I do support most of the changes in the report. They made a number of them. Some of it is combining the police departments and also the DPW departments. Now, Fanwood is only 1 square mile, so it only makes sense to combine them. But I think you have to go by and speak to the people who work in that department. Not just go by what the text says, what the lines say in a report, but go by what the people who are there. Say, you know what, we're getting together. What's the best way to get together? How are we going to do this? How is it going to benefit Scotch Plains itself? I think both on a national and state level, it does affect us directly. We all live in this state, we all live in this country, we all live in this world. So when we have hard times, when there's a recession, it affects us. We feel what's going on. That's when we really feel the burden of tax or a cut in quality of life. All three of us wholeheartedly support Governor Christie's initiatives in getting a toolkit in order to save money, in order to look at different departments, in order to open up contracts. There are politicians that I've looked up with too, and many I grew up with. When I first voted, it was for Ronald Reagan, and I thought more than just his policies, it was his command and his leadership. And I think that was proven out because Democrats and Republicans alike and independents came to respect him. It was a command, almost like Jack Kennedy himself, which was an inspiration. That was before my time. But those are the two types of people I like. Not someone who just crunches numbers, but someone who really leads and inspires a nation.